presented live before an internet audience.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jupiter at Night. My name is Chris.
I'm Alan.
I'm Jeremy.
Now, this episode is for August 19th, and it's Thursday. That's our Friday here at Jupiter Nite, so we're having a fun one.
That's why we're drinking.
Well, 2 out of 3 are drinking.
2 out of 3.
I wasn't informed we were drinking tonight.
Somebody's our Desi driver over here. So this episode, we took some inspiration coming right out of this weekend. We're going to feature the craziest international national holidays. It's really going to be an episode that's inspired by the events occurring right around your weekend. But Alan, what could I potentially be so excited for?
It's actually kind of, a time to take back and reflect upon
a sophisticated event, really.
Yeah, it's just a holiday that's meant for reflection, I think, and
introspection,
personal growth.
Really grabbing on to situations.
Yeah,
and taking hold of situations.
Yeah,
being able to see what's ahead of you.
Right.
And what that is on Sunday, the 22nd of August, is National Go Topless Day.
Yeah, buddy.
Hallelujah!
This is a national, and also not just in the U.S., it's also taking off in Europe. This is a national, international, don't wear any shirts day.
Now, see, I would have thought that it went the other way, that it started in Europe and came over here.
I don't know.
No, it was actually started by a domestic UFO cult here in the States.
Get out of here.
No, that's where it started.
I love this.
Well, that's how they get people to follow them. That makes sense.
Sure. Take your shirt off.
Yeah, you get them with the boobs, and then you bring it up to UFOs.
And then you tell them
like boobs, right? Well, we also like aliens too. Come over here.
Yeah.
We got plenty of boobs
cool.
and aliens.
And then 3 months later, you're featured on an episode of Jupiter Files, and you're good to go. So we've got a couple of crazy national holidays that we thought we'd cover in this episode, because once we heard that there is such a thing as National Topless Day.
I want to point out that this is actually, I did some research on this because I care about this topic.
Of course.
And this is actually a prime example of taking something beautiful, taking something wonderful in the world, and just distorting it into this horrible, these guys are like ultra political, hyper liberal, crazies,
so,
basically.
Wait, where are we going with this?
They took boobies and ruined it.
How do they ruin it? They're getting their shirts off.
Oh, I guess that's a good point, actually.
I don't see where
maybe
it's
they're
bad at all.
ruining it because they're not getting the shirts off.
No, they are.
They are.
You go to we have their official site in our show notes.
That you
not
want
safe
off?
for work.
Well, the ones some of them, not all of them, but some of them they have on their website. Yeah, it's not safe for work, but you can check out the show notes for this episode, and it's in there. Their website has the topic covered, as you might say, or uncovered.
Oh!
All right, so now, really, let's get serious about a more serious national holiday that's actually taking place today. Well, at least from the best that we can tell, right, Jim?
I think there's some conspiracy involved here, because I went on the internet. You've heard of it. It's where it's the repository of human knowledge, right?
Pretty much is.
Yeah.
I was pointed out that today is National Potato Day.
Well, at least according to one website here, August 19th is Potato Day.
Taters.
Now, we couldn't find this actually stated anywhere else on the entire internet, but don't fret. We just took this as an indication that there is probably some sort of anti-potato agenda online.
Yeah.
A la like the Dig controversy or some sort of Wikipedia political situation.
Carbs?
Maybe it's the great internet potato famine.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe potatoes got wrapped up in the whole carb scandal.
Oh.
That's probably what it is.
Mind blown.
Yeah. So today is National Potato Day. So
we're going to stick to that.
So as of course.
It is Potato Day.
It is Potato Day. I mean, that's just...
So I got to celebrate now. I haven't yet.
We did. We had some big, fatty mashed baked potatoes.
They were huge.
We
had
actually
everything on them.
We took pictures, and since I knew we were taking pictures for the show, I put like 2 times the amount of bacon I'd normally put.
Yeah,
because I'm like, if I'm going to put my potato on the internet, I want a lot of bacon.
Oh yeah, because it's for the internet.
The internet loves bacon. Did I not say the internet loves bacon?
Yeah,
I did.
You love bacon.
I love bacon. So we were going to show the pictures on the show tonight.
Actually, your wife just logged into the chat room, so maybe she can drop some links in there with the photos.
If she has a link for the baked potato,
I'm not going to put her on the spot, but if she's got them, maybe we can share those with the chat room.
All right, what else do we got on our?
Well, we also
holidays
today
here?
was officially. I actually found supporting evidence for this. Was National Aviation Day.
Oh,
which we celebrated by
eating potatoes,
not doing anything, I guess.
Oh well, we had potatoes.
Did you happen to fly or anything?
Yeah, I flew here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Well then,
you must have taken the Jeremy copter.
Yeah.
So we thought
you guys
with
are
this
drinking.
in mind, yeah, we do need the Desi Flyer. With this in mind, you got to wonder what national holidays fall on our birthdays.
I was wondering this.
So we went ahead and took a look, and like Jeremy said earlier, everything that could possibly be known is known on the internet. So it's just a quick search away. Really not a big deal. I found out that my birthday is Australia Day. January 26th is Australia Day.
No S.
No S. It's also seen as slightly controversial for many Australians because some say it celebrates the destruction of some of their native agriculture by the British colonists. Not exactly a beloved holiday.
So it's their Independence Day.
It's kind of like
I think it's more of a settlement day.
they lost their independence.
That's when
Day?
we settled.
Here's what I would say is I have a pretty firm logic about this, you guys, and I'll just be honest with you. According to a lot of things that I read online, it's a pretty controversial holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But I did happen to notice that it coincided with my birthday.
Right.
And I figure probably what they would... I mean, I am on the internet, and we have viewers in Australia, so this is some pretty quick math you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what they've probably done is converted it to National Chris Day. So in Australia, they celebrate National Chris Day.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So what
It's
you-
just that language thing that's messing
so
us up.
really, what
Right,
that means
that
is that
Australian language border.
some
Right,
of
it's weird.
the more well-known, attractive Australian women that are out there, they would probably think I'm a big deal because I'm with their national holidays.
I did
Right.
not know Naomi Watts was Australian.
Yeah,
And
no.
she is awesome.
Also, so is Claire from Lost. So really, my birthday happened to be on
That's Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares anymore?
My birthday happened to be on Australia Day. Worked out great for me. So I just wanted to share that.
Nice.
Now, we also, in part of this research project, found out what national holidays fall on your birthday on.
Mine is the great holiday of Mule Day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You have National Mule Day.
Of
for
all the
Alan's
things
birthday.
that could be celebrated on your birthday, you got the jackass.
Right. And according to the Chinese zodiac, I'm a rat. So I'm a rat,
Oh.
and
And a
according to
jackass.
America, I'm a mule.
You're a
A
mule,
mule.
so you're
Yeah.
really getting up from both
I'm not a
sides here.
donkey, sir.
Now, did you know that Mule Day
enough.
No.
is an annual celebrations of all
You're
things?
gonna get all mule hoity-toity on me.
I
huh?
mean, this isn't.
It's on my day.
You guys, this Mule Day on your birthday you got to keep this in the grand perspective. It's actually a celebration of all things mule. And
Oh.
it takes place in Columbia, Tennessee, where generally 200,000 people from around the United States and around the world will visit to celebrate Mule Day on your
Holy
birthday.
crap!
And see, that's why I stay away from Tennessee, because I like the focus to be on me.
Sure.
Especially on my day.
Right.
Actually, I read in our
And,
show notes
that's-
that this celebration began. It was known as Breeders' Day.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
it's actually 170 years old, which you might not be too surprised by Mule Day.
I had a bunch of pictures of the hottest mules to go with Chris's, but I guess he lost the link.
Yeah. No, it's just it's a capture problem. Sorry, dude.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we move on to the J-Man's birthday?
I think I win.
Yeah.
I think I just flat out win
you do,
because
dude. Let's not joke.
my birthday is September 16th, which
Yeah.
has two major things involved with it, and the first of which is Beer Day.
Yeah.
September 16th through 18th are known as National Beer Days,
Yep.
celebrated by the Great American Beer Festival right
That's
there
a
in
pretty
Denver,
solid
Colorado.
one.
So that's why you're drinking tonight, to celebrate early.
Why not?
Why not celebrate early and
Any
often,
excuse.
as I said?
I'll drink from now till my birthday.
There you
and
go.
For several years after.
Now,
Now,
also,
wait, you said there's two.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a slacker. Not only did he get Beer Day, what's the other one you got, dude?
Mexican Independence Day, which
That's
I didn't
not a
know
bad
about
one.
until I was living in LA.
Which probably involves a lot of Corona.
probably,
Yeah,
which is not great beer.
and it's drinkable.
A lot of people like
that.
it.
Put a lime in that bitch. It's not bad.
You can chug it,
What
which
do
I guess isn't a bad thing.
What do I always say?
What?
Put a lime in that bitch. It's not so bad.
You never say that.
I've said it twice.
Put a
Really?
lime in the coconut.
Yeah, lime.
You said it like twice tonight, I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's not always
but I
saying it.
plan to from
Dude,
now
he's
on.
always said it tonight, okay?
Yeah, I've always said it, and I always plan to from now on.
Until he forgets.
Okay, Jeremy, you've got two big ones. I mean,
I do.
now you don't have all of the women of Australia theoretically. Okay, so
No,
yours,
but I
yours
could get
aren't
all the women of
theoretical.
Mexico.
That's
See?
true. Yeah, you got all of
Better
Mexico,
than mules.
and you got all the beer you want.
Mm-hmm.
So you do, yeah. You got a good one. I'm sorry about the mule, dude.
I have comedic value.
That's true. That's true. Although I managed to find some in mine.
I think that, mine can get you down the Grand Canyon better
Also,
than yours.
yours great for getting stuff done around the yard and the farm.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You can drive around in them.
So very
real
you have a very
workhorse.
practical
Oh!
national holiday.
Yeah.
Firefly reference. They called their thing they drive on the mule.
Well, that's a real thing.
Oh, well,
in
whatever.
Firefly.
It was in Firefly too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think
Serenity.
yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Well, now that's
Just take it, dude. I was giving that one to you.
yeah. You like it. You like it. You own
take
it.
it.
Put it in your pocket, dude. Keep it for later.
I do want to point out the chat room has been yelling at us that today is apparently Gene Roddenberry's birthday.
It
I thought it
is.
was yesterday, so we weren't going to bring it up.
Obviously,
My
it's a
bad.
national holiday.
It should be.
Thank you, chat room, for letting us know that. Especially Obi-Wan Coyote, because he gave me a shout out there.
Mhm.
So, with all of that said, I think that's probably going to wrap up tonight's episode of Jupiter at Night.
do
Now,
it.
tomorrow night, there's no Jupiter at Night. We might be doing something live. I don't know. You just have to kind of tune and find out. But we are back Monday. So you can find us Monday over at jupiterbroadcasting.com/live. And that's 9 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what time that is where you are. I'm sorry.
It's like GMT minus 420, I think it was.
It was something.
It was
Minus,
something like that.
Yeah. But we do actually have a time zone converter over at jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar. If you actually want to do the math there, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with all of that said, we'll sign out for this entire week.
Wait, we got to tell your friends.
Oh, we do. That would be great.
Yeah.
If there's an episode of Jupiter at Night that you've loved, do us a favor and send it out to your peeps.
Mm-hmm.
However you do that. Maybe when you check into Facebook locations with places that tag
Oh,
your friends.
don't start
and
on
send
that.
No?
Don't start on
Oh,
locations.
No. Okay.
Put it in your Xbox Live profile.
Nice.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's not bad. And hey,
And maybe your Steam
you can
profile,
watch.
too,
I
right?
think you can get these shows on Xbox Live in their podcast area.
Whoa.
Or at least you're going to be very soon if that's not on yet. Maybe I'm not supposed to say
I'm gonna
that.
go home and check.
Well, okay. All right.
me
Well, now that
excited
I've
now.
slipped that little bit out, I think we'll wrap up this episode. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we hope to see you back here Monday night.